Hey, it's a wonderful day.
How are you?
I'm so good.
Good.
Spring is finally starting to tease us a little bit.
I know.
And
Andy just said to me this morning,
Oh.
he says, do you think we're finally done with winter? And I'm like, nope.
No.
I go, there's still going to be a little
I know.
surprise somewhere in March or early April that's just going to knock us back. 100%. And then we're good to go.
Exactly. Well, and it's so funny that you say that because I usually clean my fireplace out at the end of like when everything's done. That's kind of one of my rituals is cleaning the fireplace out and making sure it's all ready to go for next year. I haven't touched it yet because I know it's going to happen. There's going to be flipping the switch somewhere.
I know. If you've been in St. Louis long enough, you realize that it definitely we still get that little kick.
Yeah.
Right?
But you know what? I'm telling you, weather, mood, no question. There should be no question.
It is fascinating. I was thinking about that yesterday driving with the sunroof open, and it's just like a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
But it definitely gives you like a spring in your step.
A boost.
Yeah.
And you just feel
just a little bit of a little jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
which is a good thing.
I love that. Well, especially for you right now.
Yes.
Hey, so we're going to unthing here real quick.
Okay.
I want to know reminder, Angela just had massive surgery 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
She's recovering. She's here with us, thank God. And she's not able to work out for 9 weeks. So we talk a lot on the show about what our go-tos are for mental wellness and kind of keeping ourselves going. Yours is working out. Girl.
I think.
Girl.
I don't know. It's been interesting. I feel like it's been kind of like a smack to my nervous system to like in a good way to actually not have to like be stressed at night and be like, well, what time do I have to work out if I want to do this class? And easier mornings, earlier bedtimes.
Okay.
And I have been forcing myself to kind of just lay around.
Okay.
So I haven't really felt that itch yet. I mean, like I went to the basement the other day and I saw my treadmill. I saw my favorite Peloton treadmill just sitting there.
Did you talk to it? Did you? I was like,
oh, I do miss it. I mean, I miss it, but like I'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
I don't know. But now that the weather's getting better, I'm gonna really try to get outside more.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, it is interesting.
Have you been able to replace it with anything, or are you just kind of you're just healing?
Not really.
Just
and
healing.
I probably should be doing like stretching or walking or and I have done nothing.
It's been 2 weeks. Like let's
no, that's true.
Like frame this up right because it really is. You're still healing, like in big time healing.
Yeah, and I overdid it over the weekend, and my body sure reminded me very quickly that you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So
hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Well,
so fun.
It's, you know what, I think that it's important that we stay true to our wellness, and I'm glad to hear that it's not really impacting that piece of you. No, and it's not going to.
No,
we're going to put that out in the
April
universe.
7th is my day. April 7th.
Put that in your calendar, Remy.
Yeah.
Woohoo! So we're so excited. We're kind of veering off. The last few weeks we've had a lot of coaching. Today, we're going to put our creative hats on again. And I'm so excited for our guest today because she creates beautiful, beautiful products. And she's been one of our new discoveries over this last year. And we also love to say her name.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, new discovery, but not totally new because we actually have worked with Ashley for quite a bit of years. So first introduced to her back in the Kids Explore days when she was working at Saks and worked on a project together there, and then have just kind of followed her path, which is pretty amazing. So I'm really excited to jump in and learn all the things.
That's awesome. So Angela, without further ado, please introduce.
No, you're going to do the introduction.
You say the first name, I'll say the last name.
We're welcoming Ashley
Obradovits.
Thank you.
Yay.
Wonderwhim rugs.
Superstar.
Excited.
Yes.
Hi. Welcome.
Ladies.
Hi.
I'm feeding off your energy.
Yay.
Good.
All right, I love it. We're going to have some fun today. So Ashley, Wonderwhim rugs. If you guys haven't seen them, everybody needs to go look at her website. What is it? Wonderwhim.com, right?
Wonderwhimco.com.
Wonderwhimco.com. Go look right now while we're talking because you're going to just be, it's literally it takes you to another world, is what I like to say about your art, because it is an art. It's art.
I
It's
love
so
that.
gorgeous.
Can you Google review that?
Yeah, yeah, I can. It really does. It transports you. And I've seen these rugs in action, and it really does transport a room. It's so crazy that you could say that one element could literally make you feel like you're walking into a different world. It does.
I
So
love
well
that.
done.
Thank
Very
you.
well done. Very well done. And in a time of Wayfair everything,
Yes.
it's nice to see something that's custom and new
Mhm.
and different and personalized. So we would love for you to just kind of give us an overview of Wonderwhim and exactly
Yes.
how you kind of got the inspiration for it. I know that you have a
Mhm.
lot of interiors background, so I'm sure that led to some of it. But would love to kind of have you explain the company.
Of course. So I'm a full-time interior designer, and I pivoted during COVID into interior design. Before that, I was at Saks, like you mentioned.
Mhm.
And I worked for Carbic for 5 years and started their interior design program, which was such an amazing experience. But in the past few years, my biggest hurdle in interior design projects was the rugs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Finding the right colors,
Yep.
the right motifs, the scale, and most importantly, the right price. Because
Mhm.
I could totally find the perfect rug, but it would be $8,000 to $15,000, and that would totally blow my client's budget.
Right.
Right.
And I just saw a need in the market. I was not setting out to be a rug designer
Mhm.
by any means. I never would have pitched that as my destiny.
Yeah.
But it just,
so wild.
I know it really just kind of found me. And so for every client project I would have at Carbic, I would say, let's just design a custom rug for your space.
Mhm.
And then one thing led to the next. And I started having interior designers reach out to me and just say, hey, can you make me a rug similar to this for my client space? So it became really busy, and I was having to switch hats between interior design for my full-time job at Carbic and then doing rugs on the side.
Yeah.
And I found myself just working every night on the weekends. And
Says the true entrepreneur.
Totally.
Yeah.
Holy
And,
smokes. Yeah.
I was having to take time away from my kids, and that was just something that
Yeah.
I just needed to halt and figure out what to do. And that just led me to go on my own to start Wonderwhim. Well, at the time it was Wonderwall.
Right.
To start doing that full time just because the demand was there. And
How long was that from the time that you designed the first
Mhm.
rug for this said client back in the day
Yeah.
to the time that you went out on your own? What was that span?
So it was less than a year.
Oh gosh.
Oh, wow.
You
Yeah,
got
and,
that busy.
I just
That
started
was
doing
so
it
crazy.
just every client I would have, I would design one for them. We would name it after them because it was designed for their
Oh,
space.
I love that.
So each of my rugs that are on the website, they have a story of where they were born.
oh
really.
my
Aw.
god.
And
love that.
my clients, I mean, they just, they eat it up too.
Yeah.
How cool to have a rug named after you, and
Yeah.
to see other people wanting to get the same rug that was designed just for your room in their home all across the country.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
What
you
a
know, it
wonderful
snowballed.
way to engage your clients.
Totally.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like getting your name on a sandwich board, right?
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
I always
Yeah.
wanted a sandwich named after me. Now I want a rug.
Yeah.
Dang.
totally.
Dang, I'm doing the rug. Forget the sandwich.
Well, yeah, we can get a
Love
Lisa. I don't
that.
think I have
love
one yet.
that. Okay,
So-
we're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So is each rug 100% custom, or at this point have you duplicated some of the some popular ones?
Some of them are duplicated and they
Okay.
go onto the website, but it really just starts as a starting point for that next client, because they might say, well, I love the look of the Ellie, but the colors that you have on the website don't work with my space. And if they're not local, then I work with them virtually to, pull out the Ferro and Ball deck, ask them what fabrics and wallpapers they're using in their space. And I somewhat just help them tie it together with the rug.
That's
so
really
the
awesome.
rug, in years past, I would always say the wallpaper is the hero of the room. And that's where every project should start. And I've totally, I felt like I was cheating on wallpaper when I was doing rugs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now I found that rugs really seal the deal and pull the room together.
Yeah.
And
It's true
just
because
addicting.
when you think
Yes.
about human behavior, think about how you're stepping into a room. You're looking down at your foot. You're not looking out.
Right.
You're looking down at your feet, watching yourself walk into that room. So really makes sense that your floor, whatever's there, whatever's adorning your floor,
Yeah.
is the first point of contact that you
Yeah.
make, right?
Yeah. And it was such an aha moment for me when I realized that, to do wallpaper in an entire room, floor to ceiling, it could be
Right.
$3,000 to $6,000.
Right.
And I've realized like you could just color drench an entire room and do a statement rug that's going to cost less than that.
Mhm.
And it
Wow.
makes just an impact. So I feel like this whole Wonderwhim evolution has just made approachable design
Right.
doable.
Right.
Good design
Yeah.
doable and
Uh-huh.
like cost effective.
Yeah.
And my goal is like the price point that I'm set at. I don't want somebody just to get one rug. I feel like let's douse your house.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
I
in
love
Wonderwhim rugs.
Yeah.
Douse your house.
Douse your house.
That could
I
be
like
like
it.
a whole
I
like,
know.
marketing term.
Oh my
I
God.
love that.
Well, talk about marketing and branding. Wonderwhim literally you have done such a beautiful job of branding
Thank
and
you.
really creating a personality. But I know that there was a little bit of a hiccup in that. So
Mhm.
we started out as Wonderwall,
Yep.
which was a wonderful name.
Mhm.
And then you found out you couldn't use it, which happens all the time for entrepreneurs
Yeah.
and founders. So kind of walk us through that, because I think that's a fun topic to unpack here.
Yeah. So when I decided to take the leap and go out on my own and leave Carbic and start full into rugs, I also wanted to incorporate my interior design into it as well.
Okay.
Because I wanted those go hand in hand,
Mhm.
And Wonderwall was the current name, but I wanted to make it more inclusive. And at the time, like I tried trademarking Wonderwall because I have big hopes and dreams for this brand. And
Sure.
the worst thing you can do to a business is change their name after they have traction. So I just knew that I wanted to get that set in stone. And there was a company in Japan that's an interior and architectural firm named Wonderwall, and they bought the rights to the US.
Oh,
So even though they have no presence here, they still have the ownership rights to it. So I couldn't
How
use it.
far
Oh
into
my
the
gosh.
Wonderwall brand were you?
This was right as I was going on my own. So this was in July of last year.
okay.
And so I was like, I knew like I was going on vacation for 2 weeks with my family. And I was like, my brother is really creative and smart. So I was like, we're going to figure out a name for this company. And like with ChatGPT,
Love that.
a lot of bottles of wine, we like narrowed it down, and like Wonderwhim kind of just fit the bill.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It's, it's wonder and whimsical. And that's how my interior design has always been described as whimsical, but traditional. So
Yeah.
it just seemed like a good fit. And, Wonderwhim, while it sounds playful, colorful, it can also be refined and tailored.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
It really gives you imagery before you even
Mhm.
know what you do when you hear Wonderwall or
Yeah.
Wonderwhim.
Yeah.
Either one, really. It
Mhm.
gives you imagery before you even step into your brand, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about how you went about trademarking then Wonderwhim, and then how you really defined the brand, because I think that you did it really well, and that's not an easy feat. And I know you're super creative.
Mhm.
Not all of us are creative. So kind of bring that home to us non-creatives.
Yeah. So with Wonderwhim, it's still in the trademark process. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
man, it takes a long time. I should be hearing something, I think, by April.
Okay.
But my lawyers say that it looks good.
Good.
Knock on
Yay.
wood.
Knock on
Good.
wood,
I
everybody.
hope that stays true. And it's just, that's going to feel so rewarding just to know that I'm investing in a legacy brand at this
Yeah.
point. Having a trademark just makes it feel like it's really here to stay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And having a legacy brand is what I want to create for my daughters. Like that's super important to me. Just, for them, and they're super involved and they're very much a part of it.
Yeah.
So like, randomly one day after school, Piper comes over to my studio and
Uh-huh.
she wants to create a YouTube series where she is just showing her favorite rug of the day.
Oh, I
That's
love
awesome.
that.
So like I'm totally
Oh
in
my
support of it,
gosh.
and so that will be coming soon.
Okay,
That's
how
awesome.
old
She's
is
very
she?
excited. She just turned 8.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, little
Yeah.
entrepreneur. Look at her.
She's
Yeah.
a little entrepreneur. Maybe watches a little bit too much YouTube
Eh,
and
it's all right.
has her own ideas.
That's all right. That's all right.
She wants to be a hand model, so I'm trying to like.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm like, well, use those pretty
Oh
hands
my
and hold some
goodness.
rugs. You can
Yeah.
lay some palms out.
That
and,
is awesome.
yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So, but with the brand, it's just, what's been so nice is that I have such great buy-on from interior designers locally, and
Yeah.
I help so many that are across the country, which has been so much fun too.
Mhm.
But it's just constant creativity flow because when these interior designers come in, they are designing for their aesthetic with their client,
Right.
which may not be mine, which
Mhm.
is, that's how it all is.
Yeah.
And it's fun to kind of be a part of their process, and I almost feel like I have like a behind the scenes view of how every other interior designer works in St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And it's such a collaborative process. And like, I love that they value my opinion, and
Mhm.
it's just ping ponging back and forth with each other. But it's just, it keeps me on my toes as far as what people are looking for and finding the holes in the market. Because while I design with lots of color and patterns and layers, there is a market for like very neutral rugs, which
Right.
neutral is not how I think.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's great to work with them to kind of expand our product line by thinking outside the box, more so for, what style
Right.
opportunities
For
are there.
them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's a constant learning experience as
Mhm.
well, of that being able to collaborate and learn
Yeah.
from others, but
Mhm.
also be able to really take a look at it and look at your own craft as well.
Mhm.
And be like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I
Mhm.
love that. That it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
it's a constant growth mindset to be able to look at all of it, and with the people you're working with, and with the rugs, and with the design,
Yeah.
and yourself.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
it's also what I really do appreciate about your brand. And I don't say this about many brands, but there are a couple interior designers that I can say with certainty when I see a room that they've done, I know who it is.
Mhm.
Your rugs, when I see your rugs, I know who it is.
Mhm.
And that does not go lightly. Like, that is a really big deal.
Mhm.
And I know part of what you have really strived for is not only the uniqueness, but the collaboration, but you're also listening to the market, and you've built a couple really great partnerships. And I'd really like to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Because I think that goes to speak to who you are, like, so young in this industry to already have the one partnership that I'm thinking of is a pretty impressive partnership. So why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So we did just, I had a capsule line come out with Mary Engelbright in December.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Mhm.
Amazing.
So, all the nostalgia that you can remember.
Mhm.
For me, she was like a big part of my life. She was friends with my mom, and
That's
they
awesome.
did tons of work together. When Mary had her magazine Home Companion, which was incredible.
Uh-huh.
My mom was constantly featured in it. All of Mary's books that she has, like, I just have stacks and stacks of books in my library that are with my mom involved in Mary's books. So
What did your mom do?
she was an interior designer.
Oh,
Ah.
wow. Okay, so it's a
She is-
family
she is
biz, girl.
She's my starting point for all of
Love
this.
that.
Yeah.
Love that. So really the influence
It's my
probably
mom,
came
100%.
early on in your life. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So growing up, my mom, her name was Sonia Willman, and she had a couple stores here in St. Louis, and she was just a powerhouse interior designer.
That's awesome.
Always thought outside the box. And she was incredible. She unfortunately passed away from Alzheimer's in 2020. But
So
that's when I
sorry.
decided to make the move into interior design. So like, I always knew I wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it for emotional reasons while she was alive, because
Yeah.
it was just too close to home, being around everyone who once upon worked with her
Yeah.
Right.
or knew her. It was just too fresh.
Yep.
Yeah.
So timing is everything,
Mhm.
honestly.
I agree.
And so I totally had detours. I worked at Nordstrom for 10 years. I worked for Saks for 3 years. And after she passed away, I was like, it's time to do it. My degree's in architectural design. So like, I always knew I was going to do it, but I thought it was going to be with her. So it just,
You just gave me chills.
Yeah.
That is really
Yeah.
special.
so
And it is
I'm
with
definitely
her.
paying tribute to her
Mhm.
by doing all of this.
Yeah.
Like that was,
Yeah.
she's my inspiration
It's
completely.
pretty awesome.
So it's super special to be
Mhm.
working with Mary Engelbright on this collaboration, because it's almost like a generational thing. Like, so she
Yes.
worked with my mom, and now she's getting to do this with me, which is very cool. So it's been great, and we have 4 awesome rug designs
I love that. And you can
that
see
you can see on the website.
Yeah.
I have tons of them over at Worston Woods Antique Booth, number
Okay.
42.
Okay.
There's tons
Amazing.
there, or my website. And I have the Marigold Lane coming from my daughter's room, which I'm super excited about.
It's
Yay.
so, I mean,
Yeah.
all of it is just so cute. And
yeah.
Tea Party Cherry Patch. I mean,
Yeah.
this is quintessential Mary Engelbright.
Totally.
Like, it is so crazy. And for those of you that are not from St. Louis,
Right.
which I'm not, but I drove
Oh.
into it. I mean, this
Yeah.
is like a big St.
It
Louis.
was huge
Right?
growing
Oh,
up. Like if
okay.
you had a Mary Engelbreit kitchen,
Oh, yeah.
like you were
Right.
killing it.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, the stationery, the
Yep.
calendars,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
everything.
her store.
Oh yeah, the Galleria.
Yep.
That was
Oh
my
my
favorite.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
Girls.
mean, it was a lot. It was a lot of Mary's culture, I believe,
Mhm.
that kind of guided this generation
Yeah.
of St. Louisans
Yeah.
that
Well,
grew up like that
Yeah.
with that influence.
you'll be shocked to hear, like, I was at dinner with some girlfriends. All of them are transplants to St. Louis, and all of them knew who Mary Engelbreit was. But they
Aw.
said, "Well, how do you know her?" And I'm like, "She's from St. Louis." So they don't
didn't.
while they don't know her roots or her
Right.
origin, Mary definitely touched all parts of
Yes.
the U.S.
That's so cool.
And like when I went to camp in Minnesota, and like all the girls in the cabin all had Mary Engelbreit stationery.
Aw, I
So
love
like
that.
he was definitely just
Yeah.
Yeah.
so much nostalgia there.
Yeah, that's
So much.
awesome. It's
love that.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
the way that you have woven her personality into your rugs, it's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
So, and I wish this is what makes me want to have girls.
Yeah.
I better have grandbabies that are girls.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because all of this is just so sweet and just yummy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So mom was inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
How are you inspiring your girls? Are you pushing them? Are you like, other than
Yeah.
your YouTuber with the hand
Yeah.
model, like what is their interest in your business?
They absolutely love it.
Oh, I
So
love
I have
that.
Piper, who's 8, Lottie,
Uh-huh.
who's 4. They both, I used both of their bedrooms to design 2 of the first rugs in my collection. So, like,
Amazing.
when I was first doing this, I would just like take my palm kit and go sit in the room and think, okay, like, what are the masses going to like for a rug?
Right.
And so, like, the first one we did was for Lottie's room, which is this really pretty scalloped green and white.
Yeah.
But it's so funny, Lottie, I think she's going to be the interior designer
Uh-huh.
in rug gal between the two,
Mm,
because
mhm.
the other night I was laying in bed with her, hoping she would fall asleep. But she's so
the
detailed,
4-year-old.
and she's just looking around her bedroom and she's calling out and notating all these things about the room. And I'm like, how did you catch up on this? And she was saying, I have this chandelier in her room that was in my room growing up, which I'll talk
Oh
about
my
nostalgia,
gosh.
but
Uh-huh.
and it's like painted yellow and it has tassels on it. And she was like, I really love the yellow in the chandelier and how it ties in with the mural paper. And I'm like, how do you
Oh,
know
wow.
mural? How do you
Wow.
know chandelier?
And she's
And she's
4.
4. And
Osmosis.
she is like,
Jeez.
she is just
Girl.
inhaling it all and
Yeah.
just totally spitting it back out at you.
That is awesome.
But she loves it. I have like all these coloring pages where you can design your own rugs. So whenever they come over, they're all
That's awesome.
coloring their own rug. And then for Piper, like, just reached her classroom of 2nd graders and we talked all about what her mom does. And
Uh-huh.
I had every girl and kid in the class, they designed a rug and then we pulled out one and I'm making it for them.
Oh,
So,
my
so,
gosh.
like, Piper, like, that's just cool for her to be a part of,
Oh,
and
that's
she
so
helps me
awesome.
choose the winner for it. And
Love that.
I
Oh,
want them to be involved as much as I can. Like,
yeah.
Piper comes to Warson Woods Antique Mall with me every Sunday and she helps me rearrange and clean it up and fold the rugs. So
Nice.
she is taking ownership
I love
and
that.
learning the grit that it takes.
Yeah. Well, and
say.
kind of
I love that.
instilling that entrepreneurship
Yeah.
life
Mhm.
in their lifestyle, which is cool.
That's really special. I'm not sure that a lot of people do that,
Mm-mm.
to be honest with you. Like, at least I know personally, like, as much as I want my kids to be
Mhm.
involved with it, like the thought of like having them at work, it's like, to me, I've kind of view it as 2 different things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're integrating it and making it a family
Mhm.
business.
Well, and I'll tell you, my kids have no interest in my business or my husband's, which,
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting because we've tried.
Yeah.
We've tried to involve them or like go to this and do this and
Mhm.
work on this. And they're like, nah, not interested. So you're really very lucky
Yeah.
to
Well, it's
have them
because
interested.
my mom did that for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, I just
You know
want
how
them-
to do it. Mhm.
I remember going to Selkirk's as a little kid, holding the paddle, bidding
Love
on
that.
things. Like, I just want them to
Yeah.
have those memories.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just
and
a
it's
very
a
big memory
special-
maker.
Well, and it's special for you too.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great legacy to look back on and go, I did that. That
Mhm.
was us doing this together. Well, and I love that your husband is also involved.
Yes.
Oh, he's so helpful.
So
he was
sweet.
the one that totally nudged me to do this in the
Oh.
first place.
Such a good guy and such a
Yeah.
fun name to say.
Michael Obradovits.
Michael
Yeah.
Obradovits.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's a sweet guy. And
Yeah.
I think that, is he involved in your day to day or is he just there to kind of help support?
We're trying to ease him out
Okay.
just because
Yeah.
his, he's
Yeah.
a financial advisor, and that is demanding in its own way. But
Right.
him having that background definitely helped us in the getting started stages to make sure that, for him, when he told me I could go on my own, I knew that I could, because he's a very
there behind
smart
you.
money person.
Yeah.
And when he says you can do it, I felt confident enough to do it.
Yeah.
Well, and what a great partnership. I mean, I think that that's what all of us need, is that partner that's behind us kind of going, you can do this. You're good. Like, it's okay. And by the way, you're going to trip and fall a little bit, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Ashley after the break.
All right.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Her next chapter, with Karen Maurer, financial advisor with Trilogy Financial, is the weekly conversation that helps women financially and emotionally prepare for, move through, and thrive in life's transitions. If you're facing a turning point, whether it be reinvention, loss, or something in between, this is your place to move forward. Her next chapter, live on the Lou Information Station, Sunday mornings at 9, and on demand wherever you get your podcasts. Follow along and step into what matters most, your next chapter.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
With your LouInfo.com news, I'm Jared Sorello. Boeing's defense headquarters is coming back to St. Louis. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth made the announcement Wednesday during a visit to the aerospace giant's campus in the St. Louis suburb of Berkeley. Boeing's Defense, Space, and Security headquarters was located in Berkeley for about 20 years before being moved to Arlington, Virginia in 2017. A federal judge is giving preliminary approval to St. Louis's $4 million settlement in a class action lawsuit over conditions at the old workhouse jail. The lawsuit claimed inmates were subject to inhumane conditions at the jail, which closed about 3 years ago after the allegations surfaced. And authorities are investigating the cause of a fire that destroyed an historic building in South St. Louis. Officials said the building on Robert Avenue stood for more than 150 years. It went up in flames late Tuesday. The structure, built in 1876, and once served as a police station. The Lou Information Station is streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. I'm Jared Sorello.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Low pressure and a cold front clearing out of our area. We'll get some clearing through the midday and afternoon hours, a mix of sun and clouds, and about 70 on today's high and windy. Overnight, breezy, upper 30s and clear, and then cooler on Friday with sunshine, breezy, and about 50. It'll be sunny and cool through the weekend. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots sports bar and grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat. But I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com, and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
Back to more of CoFound Hers with Lisa Lidbag and Angela Sandler on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
We are back.
Oh, now we're back. So we have a couple housekeeping items, and then we're going to go back to talk with Ashley Obradovits. So as you guys just heard, this is on the Lou Information at LouInfo.com. You can also find us later on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere that you listen to your podcast, you will see us. Find the CoFound Hers. Also, follow us on Instagram at the CoFound Hers. There is a text line if you're listening live, 314-590-3770. And we also have an app, LouInfo.com app. So go download it so you can listen to all of the wonderful, amazing shows.
So many ways to listen.
Yeah. And so many good shows.
Yes,
so many great
good
shows on this station. I mean, really well done. KLIS, LouInfo.com, done a great job bringing St. Louis together around a lot of really great people.
They're the best.
Yeah, they are. All right.
Awesome.
Back to Ashley.
Back to Ashley.
Obradovits.
Yes. Well, one of the things we were kind of talking about a little bit over the break, which this is just where my personal brain goes, just from a product development background of I always look at everything and kind of deconstruct it from like beginning to end as opposed to end to beginning. And I'd love to learn
Says
more
the
about
true brand manager.
Well, yeah, but I like the details.
Yeah, you
of, like,
do.
I like the details of how the sausage is made.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
Or whatever.
Love that.
Do we really want to know?
No, we probably don't. But I would love to know
Not
how
the
a rug
sausage.
is made. Yeah, I would love to know how a rug is made and how you found your suppliers, where they're located, and the relationships that you have with them, and what does that look like on a daily basis?
Yeah. So the way it starts, like if I come to a client's house and we're looking at a rug, I measure the space for them. I don't do it I'm not available for on-call appointments all the time, just as demand grows.
Right.
But my team is growing, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
about
I'd love to
how
hear
that
that
has
too.
helped. But we'll measure the space. We'll figure out if we need to change or tweak any colors, if we need to change the scale, or if we need to start from scratch. And then I will create a CAD for them that shows them a rendering so they can kind of get an idea of what their rug would look like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They also have the opportunity, if we want to order a strike off, which is just a sample of the rug, a little corner of it, to approve before they order the big full size, depending on how many changes are made for them to visualize. And then meanwhile, all of this, I'm in communication with my partner in India.
Okay.
So when I first started doing this, I had to figure out who could make these designs that I have in my head, and so I did start out by using 7 different suppliers in India. They're all in the same 5-mile radius of each other. I'm sure.
Wow.
It's really where all the rugs are made.
Mhm.
And I found some on Etsy. I found some through going down a deep dive into
The
internet,
the
a
magic
deep
rabbit hole.
Uh-huh.
And, the Etsy ones, while they could crank them out quickly, like
Mhm.
the colors were not right.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And my biggest hurdle now that I'm finding with any Etsy supplier is that my original designs are everywhere on Etsy, which is
Oh,
just like
Lord.
like that's just something
That's
that I lose sleep
horrible.
over
Yeah.
too, is just seeing
Yeah.
that these original designs that I
Yeah.
spent hours figuring out are just
Somebody's
being knocked
knocking them off.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can't patent it, correct?
I
Or
can't patent it
yeah.
because if they tweak it in any way or change
Right.
it somehow,
it changes it. Right.
Right.
but these suppliers on Etsy, when I message them, because they're my photos that they're using as well.
Oh.
So when I message them and just politely ask them to remove it,
Mhm.
or I will report them, I usually say you have 3 hours.
Yeah.
I put a
Good.
time limit on
Good.
it
Yeah.
Yeah.
to remove or I'll report, because I want to give people a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all remove them.
Oh, that's good.
But I just need to constantly check,
Monitor.
and like it just stinks when you log into Etsy and like you just see your rugs pop
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
away. So I did not use any of those people just because they turn it quickly. The quality of the knotting is not as great.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
Right.
miss of
The
it all.
practice.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And so I did have 3 people that I was using, different suppliers, and then it was just getting a little too complicated remembering who made what for me. And
Uh-huh.
so now I just have one supplier,
Awesome.
Nice.
and he's 3rd generation. So his grandfather started the business.
Love that.
He's in his early 20s, so he's young, which means I have a lot of years
Yeah.
with him, which
Yeah.
is going to be good. And it's him and his sister who do it.
Oh my
and
gosh. So it's another
It's another family,
business.
which like I
Love
just love that. And like
Oh,
his
that's a whole other story to tell around
Yeah.
your brand.
yeah, and
Girl.
so it's good. Like
Yeah.
that's what the roots that I'm trying to start.
I
And
love
so
that.
and I mean, he's been so good to me. He does, for Lottie's 3rd birthday, he had a Peppa Pig rug made and mailed to her. Like all these things without asking. Or he had his team, he had t-shirts made that had my Wonderwall logo on them, and
Oh
had
my gosh.
whenever his team was working on the rugs, they wore the shirts. And
I
like
love
That's
that.
so cute.
I never, and like they took videos and photos, and like
Love
I
that.
never asked for that, but
Yeah.
it's just going the extra mile, which
Yeah.
in the service industry, you gain loyalty.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
it
100%.
really sealed the deal after all of those things were
Well,
happening.
he's a partner. He is
He's a
truly
partner,
a
and, like,
partner.
he, when we first started, like I was messaging him and emailing him, and I was like, I want to do this. Here are my ideas. And he lent me his CAD developer, and like we worked really well together. And he just, was just very intuitive and knew what I was going to ask. And he was super fast to reply, which I needed. And I feel like he took a risk on me.
Yeah.
Because I was, and then now we are here, and so now he is building a whole new factory because he's
Oh my
like
gosh.
his business is getting
Amazing.
And
Wow.
so now I'm his only partner,
Right.
and so we're just in this together now. So
That's
it's great.
amazing.
It really is amazing. And
Yeah.
building that relationship remotely is really impressive.
Oh, it's been hard. I mean, I message him probably more than I message my husband.
100%. Yeah.
And it's just we communicate via WhatsApp, and
Yeah.
that's really
Okay.
that.
I
and
was going to
email.
ask what the communication method was. Yeah.
Well, and just building structure and trust and all those things that are so important in any business relationship.
Yeah.
You think you have to do that face to face all the time, but man, COVID really did turn this around. We've
Yeah.
all learned how to build those relationships in such a meaningful way now, I think.
Mhm.
What's the lead time to get a rug?
So it varies.
Uh-huh.
And this is my first like winter months that I've gone at full speed with rugs. And last December, not this past December, but the December before that, when I was doing some rugs, it was like 1 to 5 rugs a month.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now it's much higher quantity.
That's amazing.
And so, and also the weather plays a huge role,
Uh-huh.
which like I didn't know that like when it's super foggy, like these rugs dry out in the sun. So like if it's a foggy week, everything's delayed by a week. Like the
Ah,
weather plays such a long role.
Yeah.
So I'm learning all of these things as I go.
Right.
And luckily all of our partners have given us grace as far as like designers go.
Mhm.
That's great.
But anything that's like under an 8x10 is about 60 to 65 days. If it is over, or if it's a certain few of our patterns, which are way more intricate, like the Maggie or the Brooklyn, it can take like 75 days.
Okay.
So it all depends on the size of the rug, how many knots you want. And that's the beauty of our rugs is like you can choose how many knots you want. You can
Love
choose
that.
like, the plush, the pile, all those things.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So some things can add to the lead time.
Does he handle all the shipping part of it, or do you have to work with an independent shipper?
No, he
That's
handles all of
amazing.
it.
Do they
Oh my
air or?
It's all air.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went through, air. It used to be very predictable, but then everything with the tariffs, when that was going on, when it was first starting, like we would have rugs that would just sit in Memphis for 3 weeks and not move.
And
there
doesn't
would
it
be
make
no
you
end
want to
in
just
sight.
drive over there and just, I mean, geez, that would frustrate me so much.
Yeah. It was such a pile up through the supply of shipping that, you know, while we can say it's shipping today to us, sometimes it can be 7 days or sometimes it can be 3 weeks. It really depends on FedEx.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when you're ordering something special like this, you do have a little more grace. Like I would be like, I don't care when I get it, as long as I get it and it's beautiful. Like I just don't, just give me a roundabout time. We're good.
Yeah. You can't really speed up the knot process.
No.
I mean, every single
And you
detail
want
is
it to
done by
be
hand. You want it to then just take their time, make sure that they're being
Yes.
thorough.
Yes.
And what I always tell people, and like interior designers are also telling their clients, like a good design takes time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's kind of the statement that we live by.
Love that.
But I have partnered with Woodard in St. Louis. And
Mhm.
so we are now, they deliver all of our rugs for clients and they cut a custom sized rug pad. They will steam it, which is great.
Smart.
Love that.
It's amazing. They'll steam them because when these rugs come shipped from India, like they package them as tightly as they can. So you'll have creases. So they steam them and they can even apply like a stain treatment for clients. And then they will come and deliver it and move all your furniture and place it.
Oh my gosh.
So it's
that
like-
was smart of you.
Well, I tore my rotator cuff
Oh.
moving rugs. And so like that's just something I've been living with.
Well,
But
and these are heavy rugs.
They're
I mean,
heavy.
I had the opportunity to touch and feel them recently, and they're heavy rugs. It's not easy to move them.
Yeah.
we're delivering the largest rug I've ever made today.
Oh,
at
really?
11:30. Yeah. And it's over 250 pounds. So I'm, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are you going for the delivery?
I'm going for that
Yeah,
one. And Woodard, Woodard's doing it for us. And,
Amazing.
you know, they move a king size bed, all the dressers, everything. And we just make sure that the placement is perfect. So they've been such a good partner.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, it allows you too to be able to not have to deal with the heavy lifting
Oh,
of
yeah.
it and provide a service that
Totally.
that the customer totally appreciates. I mean, it's concierge. How many
Mm-hmm.
times do you buy a rug online or
Yeah.
somewhere and then you have to deal
Right.
with
It's the
all
white
that?
glove. It's
yes,
the white glove.
service.
It is.
Yeah.
It is what you know. I think that you expect that from Woodard, and we expect that from Wonderwhim. I mean, it's what you're buying is the quality of
Right.
everything, the whole experience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we talk a lot about experience on the show, and really, no matter who the guest is, that experience is everything.
Yeah.
And please, if you're going to start a business, if you're not a people person and you don't know how to be in front of people and you don't generally know how to talk to people, make somebody else your spokesperson. Make sure that your product is well done. It's well thought out, that you're really thoughtful about how you're presenting yourself, because
Yeah.
it's all of that matters.
It does.
And the experience from start to finish
Right. 100
matters.
Okay, so you are designer,
Mm-hmm.
company owner,
Yep.
production,
Mm-hmm.
finance with your husband.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have any help with any of the roles of running the company, or are you still, because that's a big job?
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I definitely, so I have 2 full-time and an intern,
Okay.
and then myself.
Great.
So we're growing quickly. I didn't expect that I would be here. It's kind of shocking, but I have Jessica, who's been with me since I went out on my own in July, and she does all the type of stuff that my brain does not function well doing. So like she does all the invoices, the billing,
Right.
anything with Excel. Like I
Yeah,
just don't.
yeah.
I've learned to just find people who are better at things than what you do, and outsource to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's been great with that. And then I have Caroline, who we just brought on, who's a junior designer. And so she's
Awesome.
helping me with the interior design side of the business, because it's been so hard having to jump back and forth between the 2 different hats, between interior design and rugs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because they are 2 businesses separately.
Right.
But I have to do both of them every single day.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Caroline is just helping us make sure that our interior design clients' projects are just
Dialed in.
dialed in,
Mhm.
running smoothly. You know, we're getting things turned around faster, which is great.
Love that.
Yeah. And then we have an intern who's just been awesome with odds and ends, and
Yeah.
So it's been good to delegate a little bit and expand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
Well,
sounds like it's been a fast
It's
roundup.
it's growing so much faster than
Yeah.
we are trying to set up a good infrastructure so that we
Yeah.
can scale, because the demand is big. We have designers all across the country that are wanting samples, wanting all of
Right.
this, and like we're ordering more samples
Yeah.
constantly, and we're just trying to figure out how to create the ease of working with us from not being in St. Louis and being able to come in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just in a phase where we're trying to figure out how to scale
Yeah.
while we can still manage it and do things well.
Right.
Well, and that's the $1 million question, multi-million-dollar question for most people
Mm-hmm.
is, how do we scale this? What does this look like on a grander base?
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're so smart to be thinking about that already, because
Yeah.
obviously you're there, you're probably on the brink of it. So that's a very smart. And by the way, we have lots of coaches that we've been talking to that can help you with that.
So I've
Happy
been-
to pass
yeah,
on their
yeah,
names.
Yeah. So I've been working with Erin Joy for a while.
Awesome.
And she really helped me figure out
Great.
how to go on my own and
Yeah.
to get ready and get things in place for me
Yeah.
to do that last year, which I really needed, because otherwise I would just still be where I am, tearing my hair out, trying to do everything.
Yeah.
Well, it goes
Yeah.
back to what you said earlier. We don't know what we don't know, and
Yeah.
it's so smart to put smart people around you that
Mhm.
do know, and
Yeah.
let them do their job.
Yeah.
Let them
Right.
figure it out and tell you what to do. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, that's the one thing I think that anybody that's going into business for themselves, you need to learn how to be humble
Mhm.
and learn people around you that can tell you the best way forward.
Yeah.
Or else you are going to fall on your face every time and be so frustrated.
Mhm.
What do you do to stay sane? This is a lot. What's your
I'm
what's your
very
go-to?
all of this just makes me very happy.
Oh,
So like
I
it's
love
just like,
that.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm doing like seeing the business grow is just super
Yeah.
motivating, and I just
That's
want to
awesome.
see it continue to grow.
Mhm.
I would, I'm a competitive person. So for me to see that it's doing well, that's adding fuel to the fire and
Yeah.
making me want to continue going forward.
I love that.
And then just like, I don't know, I have a great family.
Yeah.
Like my husband and kids is,
How do you guys unplug? Do you play games? Do you hike? Do you
or
do you just
now that the weather's getting better, it's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Yeah.
But our daughter, our older one, Piper, is really involved in sports, and like we just
yes.
You're on the sports track.
we're on the
Yeah,
sports
yeah.
track, and
Yep.
like my husband and I grew up together. And funny side note, but like he and I were both voted most athletic of our senior class.
Oh,
when
wow.
we were seniors.
Love
We
that.
were not dating at the time, but
Uh-huh.
he was the most athletic male. I was most athletic
Ah,
female.
look at you.
And we also won the Wendy's Heisman Award for most athletic in the St. Louis region.
Nice.
So
Wow.
we love sports.
Nice.
Ah.
And
love that.
our girl Piper is like, she's pretty darn good.
Uh-huh.
at
What does she
sports.
play?
She's doing field hockey and soccer right now.
Amazing.
And she does gymnastics and she does swimming. Like she does all the things.
Right.
But field hockey and soccer, she is
Those are her
really
traps.
doing well at. So
That's
we
awesome.
just like we will not miss.
Buckle
We
in,
will-
girl.
yeah.
It just
So-
it's
What
so
was your
fun.
sport?
I play field hockey and soccer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So for me, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time because I just want to, we always go over to the Webster High School, to the rec field. And that's like something we do
Yeah.
all the time as a family. And we all have field hockey sticks,
Uh-huh.
Piper and Michael included. And we all just go out there and play field hockey or soccer. And with my torn rotator cuff, like I can't swing a stick. And so that's just been
Ugh.
like, that's my goal, is to get my shoulder better so I can play field hockey with
Yeah.
her.
You have to do surgery.
I hope not.
Yeah.
But I'm also a procrastinator, and I really believe that it will just magically heal itself. I hope. I mean, I've been doing physical therapy for 6 months.
Okay.
I went to a doctor and did some stem cell bone marrow
Yeah, right.
injection in it, and I'm just hoping that
It all comes back together.
it comes
Yeah.
back together.
Ugh.
If not, I'll do surgery because it's what you got to do.
Right.
Ugh.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
try
those
some other
things-
things first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those things take a long time to heal too.
I've heard shoulder
Yeah.
surgery is not fun.
yeah.
And it was from the rug.
Yeah. It was from the rug.
Gone rug.
I remember when
At
it
least
happened.
you have a good story.
So, you know what? The other day I was driving and I was like, because it can take you down.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
thinking about it, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, like at least it came from rugs, and like that's a good story. That I was, Michael and I were hustling, and we were trying to put this huge Abaca rug in my car, and I remember like it knocked like the breath out of me moving it, and so like
Yeah.
I almost like I feel like I threw my back out when it happened, so that I didn't even notice the shoulder
Uh-huh.
for like 2 weeks, and then the back was healed, and then I was like, what is this feeling? And just I guess I have a little bit of gratitude.
Yeah.
Oddly.
Yeah.
Because now I'm doing the rugs, and it's
right. Yeah.
I try to be as optimistic
It's
and
the-
positive
everything
as I can.
happens
You know
for a
what?
reason.
And it's the blood, sweat, and tears. So
Mhm.
that's your sweat and tears,
Mhm.
girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, we have about 2-3 minutes left. And we always love to do a
Rapid fire.
rapid fire
Yay.
with Angela. So let's take this. Well, first, hold on.
Yeah.
I want everybody to hear
Yes,
where they
let's
can
hear-
find you.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. So I have a design studio in Maplewood. It's
Yes.
behind Saratoga Lanes.
Woohoo! And it's beautiful.
It's awesome studio. And then I also have a booth at Warson Woods Antique Mall, number
Mhm.
42.
Okay.
Or you can go to wonderwhimco.com. And that's it for now.
And socials.
Or socials. We have my design Instagram is Ashley Obradovits, and then the Wonderwhim Co is for rugs.
And so we'll have all this up on our the CoFound Hers Instagram. We'll post everything so that you can find Ashley and find these beautiful, beautiful products that she's putting out, and also her designs. And we also have a special fun video that I think we just found that we're going to post too. That is of Ashley and her mom. So check us out and go find this video because it's super sweet.
And if you're working with an interior designer and it's not Ashley, ask your interior designer about rugs.
Yeah.
From
Wonderwhim.
Yeah.
We love
Wonderwhim.
working with designers and their clients.
That's
Love
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Very
All right.
good.
Rapid fire. 1 minute.
I think I already know this first question,
Okay.
but coffee or tea?
Coffee.
I knew it. I knew it.
Not water.
We know exactly how you like to decompress. What's your guilty pleasure?
Well, right now it's Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
We just started watching it, and it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good.
A lot of seasons to get through, so it's
That's an old one, girl.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
OG.
That's a really good
yeah.
one.
And my
That's
husband
super
loves it too. So like it's
Amazing. Awesome.
yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, hopefully I have a couple different product offerings. I'm going to India at the end of this year. And
Okay.
I'm hoping to find other. I have ideas. I just need to have the infrastructure and
Can't wait.
find the people. to
Cannot
execute it.
wait.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go out or stay in?
Stay in.
Favorite restaurant in town?
The one that we frequent the most is Obie Clark's
Uh-huh.
or Milo's.
Love
because I
that.
have 2 little kids who are loud,
Yes.
and those are the best places
Yeah.
to
Yes,
visit them.
both.
And
Milo's is good.
Yeah.
we go there every Friday night.
Uh-huh.
Love that.
Yes, it's our go-to.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's an oldie but
I
goodie.
love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any more? You good?
I was gonna if we have
Go ahead. One more.
Nope.
One more.
Ryan
One
say
more.
I can have one.
One.
Okay.
Ryan, come on.
Favorite book that you read?
Oh, good one.
Oh my gosh. Well, right now I'm reading I read coffee table books that are
I
designed.
love that.
So right now
Yes.
I'm reading a Mark Sykes one.
Love
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Love
so
that.
I take those on vacation with me. I'm the crazy person that has a stack of coffee table
You're
books.
so cute.
No, but that's
no,
I mean,
that's
they're
your
these
business.
big, huge, heavy ones, but it's the
Yeah.
only time I have to read them.
That's
Yeah.
You bring a whole suitcase for that.
Yeah.
All right,
All
guys,
right.
we gotta go. Ryan's really mad at us now for going over time,
All
but
No, not at all.
bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, ladies.
People ask all the time,